It's your boy DK underscore typical TV, and today we got another Factory IO program system, should I say. As part two, we're going to be sorting boxes by height, and it's called sorting by height basic. Okay, so this is the system right here. This is what controls the whole conveyor belt system. Essentially, so this is it all here. So it should go. The boxes come in right here, and then they sort from the height. Depending on the height, it should go left or right. The bigger boxes should be going to the left. Obviously, the smaller boxes be going to the right. So this system this one's a little bit tricky. We had to use a new new system from Logic Controls instead of using the Click PLC. We're going to end up using the Control IO, which is what you see here. So when it's a lot, but once I zoom in here in a second, you'll see pretty much where I'll be starting. But it's essentially the whole thing. So let me zoom in right here. So this is the start section of the system. So once obviously the push button started, it starts the whole system and whatnot. This big tangle of web right here, zoom in now, is essentially the control. It controls the conveyor belt entry, so that beginning stage. Then we're gonna go down. Well, as you see, somewhat here to the right, this is the load area of the conveyor belt. So as it loads onto that, pretty much the top of the T part is where it's going to be sorted left or right. So that right there controls that. Now down here is both the conveyor belt left and conveyor belt right. So obviously this is a bit of a mess here. It's a tangle of webs, but yeah, so essentially each section controls the conveyor belt on the left and the conveyor belt on the right, being that it fits certain criterias in order to activate the conveyor belt left and conveyor belt right, and the transfer left and transfer right, and also the remove. And essentially kind of has certain areas where it resets itself. Okay, it's a lot to this, but once you really look at it, it's not too bad. Okay, as we all got up here is right here is the counter system. I have it set to where it counts the number of boxes when it gets loaded. So anytime it gets loaded, it counts up using like I said, that load sensor. So anytime box gets loaded onto the top of the T, where it's to transfer left or right depending on the box size, it counts up. I have it set to 5500, but you can set it to any number you want really. And here shortly I'm going to show you essentially this system running. It's a little tricky because it kind of just want to show you the whole thing. Oh, so right here is essentially the stop light. So when the system is off completely is when that light will come on for the stop light. Yeah, it's hard to really see and zoom into, but that's pretty much the whole system right there as is. And we're going to load it here into the program of Factory IO, and exit that out, zoom in a little bit. I'm gonna try to get close so I can press the start button, kind of so you can get the whole picture of the whole thing. Oh, too much. Oh, my bad. I need to run it. All right, and here it goes. So I press start button, it runs. You see the two big boxes come. So at the end, this box should transfer to the left. Alright, and it goes to the end, and essentially it's fading away because it's being removed, and that's when the next box will come up. So this one hits both the high and low sensor, so it knows this is really a tall box, or a big box I should say, and it should go to the left. Alright, and it faded away into the next box. Being that this sensor is small and it only triggered the low sensor, it should go to the right. As you see here, I'm gonna remove that so we can get another small box going here. So it should just keep going no matter what, and to the end, and then that conveyor entry stops. transfers the pallet and the box to the right, and keep going. And you see right there is where it counted, so that was the 4th box that went by, so this should be the 5th box. So as we load it, it goes to 5, and that was a big box, so it's going to transfer left. There you go. System go again, and then once it finishes, so right here is where I press the reset button to reset the number of boxes to be counted. So it's back to 0, so this would be the 1st box. As you can see, that should be that's number 1. And then once that box fades away, we're going to stop the system. Boom. It stops. Conveyor belt doesn't move, and the light's on. We're going to start it up again. Here you go. As we go to the left, and let's see, and then see there's 2 boxes. That was the 2nd box that went by. So, and that goes away, and this should be the 3rd box here. I think, did I reset it? I didn't mean to reset it, but if I did, oh well. But essentially, that's kind of, I'll just show you from a different angle here. That was the high box, the high sensor triggered, so it goes to the left. This one will trigger the low sensor and only the low sensor, so this should go right. Stop the conveyor belt from re-entering, but it's going to finish the process, being that that one was already loaded. And let me know how it goes. And that is the whole system right there. Like I said, it's a little hard to see, it's a lot. But thank you. Like, subscribe. Peace.